Hello lads and ladies, and welcome back for another video on the channel. Today we are back, the most anticipated time of the season and the most anticipated video of the season. Yes, I am bringing you my Sky Bet League 1 to 24 predictions. 4 will go down, 4 will get into the playoffs, 2 will get automatically promoted, 1 will win the league, 1 will finish runner-up. So you might not like my prediction. Let me know if you don't like it. And by that I mean, give me your predictions down below. I want to see as many 1 to 24s in the comment section below. If you are new round here, please drop me a subscription. We are so close to 15,000 subscribers. This is your home of Sky Bet League 1 and Sky Bet League 2 content. So every Sunday night we'll be back with a League 1 live stream. We'll have a League 1 video once per week added on to that. We'll have a League 2 live stream on a Monday night, and then a Fleetwood Town video and a League 2 video as well. So much content coming. Drop me a subscription. All my socials down below as well if you want to follow them. And if you want to get access to bonus videos, join the Nappers perk down below for bonus weekly Nappers content, including a behind the scenes of today. So the worst part of the video, in 24th place, I have gone for Shrewsbury Town against a lot of others. Now, my method on Shrewsbury are they're a great football club. They've been ran very well over the last decade. They're now the longest serving club in the division. Small squad, very small squad. They signed well. Savin in goal, Harrison Biggins. John Marcus has played for 7 different League 1 clubs, including Millwall, Gillingham, Doncaster, Lincoln, Bristol Rovers and now Shrewsbury, and he is a goal scorer. He scored 16 and 41 a few years ago in 2020, 2021. He's only scored 22 goals in 110 games since, so it's been a bit of a struggling time for him, but they've still got an okay squad. I just think a small squad. I don't think they've strengthened as well as they needed to, and I think Shrewsbury will go down. 23rd place, Crawley Town. They've lost loads of key players, including Kelly, Orsi, Adai, Maguire, who was on loan as well. That's just to name a few. They've not really replaced them, but the Crawley Town, they can only do so much. Hepburn Murphy and Junior Coturn as good as it gets. Scott Lindsay's a great manager. I don't think they finish bottom. I think they'll have that fighting, spirit of everyone's writing them off. But I think Crawley's quality might not be enough. 22nd place and joining Shrewsbury and Crawley, I've gone for Northampton Town. Had a great season last year due to the likes of Hoskins, Pinnock and Mark Leonard having good seasons. Leonard has left the football club. He's played 91 of their last 92 games. So him returning after a loan spell and going to Birmingham is a big blow for them. They have brought in Tom Eaves, who's a goal scorer. He scored 6 goals last year in the Championship and was Rotherham's top goal scorer. They brought back prodigal son Callum Morton, who scored 8 in 12 last time he was there. But I don't think they're strong enough this season. And lastly, I've gone for Cambridge United. They have brought in Shane Lavery, who scored 5 goals for Blackpool last year. They've retained Sully Kaikai and Elias Kachunga. I like the signs of Gary Garner as well, and Watts as well, who's had loan spells at Peterborough and Wigan, just to name a couple. But I do think it's Cambridge's time. Daylight have saved their season in the last 2 seasons. I don't think it's going to do again. The loss of Gatton Ahadme will hit them hard. So Cambridge United, Northampton, Crawley and Shrewsbury are my bottom 4. I think Mansfield will just avoid the drop. Davis Keeler Dunn scoring 23 goals and getting 10 assists in 46 games last year. He played every game. He started 40 of which. Also brought in Lee Gregory, who scored 28 goals in the last 79 games in League 1. He scored over 60 goals in League 1 when his time at Millwall and Sheffield Wednesday. He's 35 at the end of August, which again is a bit of a concern in Asian squad. And Keanu Backers, I'm very excited to see who is at St Mirren. Good signings. I think Nigel Clough will keep Mansfield up. 19th place, I've gone for Reading. Nibs, 11 goals, 6 assists last year. Smith scored 15 in the end, scored 4 in 4 at the end of the year. Charlie Savage is retained at the football club. No new arrivals, but no big departures. That's huge. Ruben Sellers did really well to get reaction out of them. And I think Reading will stay up again in League 1. And I think they'll get a couple of arrivals before the window does shut. 18th place, Exeter City, the fan-owned club, the community club. They've lost Alex Hartridge, they've lost Tom Carroll, they've lost Zach Jules and Williamson. I don't think they'll be too fussed about all of them. I think there'll be, they are losses. They brought in Ryan Wood, they brought in McGuinness up front, who's a goal scorer, an experienced goal scorer. Josh McGuinness scored 20 goals just a few years ago for Hull City when they got promoted as well. Last year they won, a large number of their games towards the end of the season. They won 6 out of the last 10, drew 3, lost once, and they were 9 unbeaten going into the last game of the season. I think Exeter survive again. 17th place I've gone for Stevenage. Reason for this, young manager, experimenting, different way from Steve Evans. I think it might take a time to adapt. Jamie Reid won't start the season due to injury. I like to see the signing of Lewis Freestone from Cheltenham, who started 34 times last year. Dan Kent was excellent on loan at Swindon last year. Dan Phillips is an absolute monster as well. Tyree Simpson is a great signing for them. I just think Stevenage might have a bit of a drop-off this year. 16th place, I've gone for Leyton Orient. I believe I put Leyton Orient 15th last year. Now, they did very well to overachieve last year under Richie Wellens. The recruitment's not been bad, don't get me wrong. I just think others in front of them have strengthened better. I think the league have strengthened due to Mansfield, Stockport and Wrexham's arrival. The best thing they've done this summer is give Richie Wellens a new long-term deal, which is vital. 15th place, some will be very surprised at this. I've gone for Burton Albion. Now, they've gone from being expectation down to here to there overnight, and it takes time. They've got a new manager, new owners, new expectation on the football club, new investment, and loads of new players. And it takes time to gel, and I don't like that word. Also, he's a great signing. Sharara from Shrewsbury, League One experience there as well. I like Jack Arm as a signing as well, played over 120 times for Carlisle United. He said as a backup for Crowcombe, they've got a good squad. It'll just take a bit of time to get used to, I think. Again, I think I'm going to get pelters for this. 14th, Bristol Rovers. Now, I think Bristol Rovers, every summer, they're a creature of their own downfall, I think, sometimes. I think that Bristol Rovers are probably around 10th to 14th. I really do believe that, and I think they can go higher. I don't think they'll go lower than this, but their expectations up there. Isaac Hutchinson's a great signing, 23 goal comps in League 2 last year. Promise Cherry only scored 6 goals last year and started 25 times for a team that got relegated. He's a good signing for the future. Rusa Tour is a great signing, 11 goals, 5 assists last year as well. Josh Griffiths in goal. They kept tinkering with the goalkeeper at times last year as well. Michael Forbes has come in as well from West Ham United. Good signings, don't get me wrong. I just don't think they are good enough yet to challenge for the top 6. 13th place, I've gone for Wickham, another one, because Wickham haven't actually finished outside the top 10 for the last 4 years in League One. They went on an unbelievable run at the end of the season, most informed team in the league. They brought in Dan Udo, who scored 3 and 3, who scored 7 from Paul Hurst's arrival back in January. Alex Hartridge is a great signing as well from Exeter City, played over 150 times for them as well. They brought in some good players, they strengthened the squad. I just think, again, like I said before, about other clubs, like Leyton Orient, like Bristol Rovers, I think other clubs have strengthened slightly better. 12th place, Stockport County. Florini is coming on a long-term deal, a big figure fee as well. Jack Diamond's a great signing as well. Callum Connolly, Corey Adai in goal. What I like about it, they've youngened the squad. The legends that got them into this position have been moved on. The Paddy Maddens, the Anthony Sarswitz, the Brines, the Crowsdales, the Akil Wright, the Hippolytes. Those types of players that have been with them for a little while now. They've moved on and added it and strengthened the squad. Jay Mingy's a good signing from the league below as well. Like what they've done. They've kept Dave Challoner. They kept Alofalai up front as well. He scored 20 last year as well. Strong squad. Belief there as well. And I think they're well on the way of being a championship club in the no distant future. 11th place, I've gone for Wrexham. Yes, back-to-back promotions. I don't think they've strengthened the squad enough to go again. 3 and 3 is another level. I do like the signs of Callum Burton. Okonkwo's come back into the football club as well. Brunt and Revan as well. And they've kept the likes of Elliot Lee, Paul Mullen, the spine of the team as well. Wrexham will finish mid-table. In 10th, I've gone for Wigan Athletic. Yes, I put them 13th last year with an 8-point deduction. And I said that was slightly harsh. I think this could be slightly harsh on them. They've got that belief that they can go one better this year and get into the playoffs. I like the signings of Ramsey, but he's only played 6 times in the EFL. I like the signings of Sibic and Aimson as well. They've lost Stephen Humphries as the biggest loss out of them all. Again, strong squad. Maloney is a good young manager as well. He's going to learn on the job. I think another good top 10 finish this year. In ninth, I've gone for Blackpool. Normally, I'd be thinking Blackpool playoffs. They signed well, don't get me wrong. Lee Evans, Coulson's a good signing who played 17 times since his arrival, played all the games when he went in as well. Rob Apter's returning as well, 12 goals, 6 assists last year for him. My issue over Rob Apter is I don't think he fits a system that Blackpool want to play. They play a 3-back. He's not a right wing back, he's a winger, or you can put him in attacking midfield, but he's been playing as a winger, hasn't he? CJ Hamilton is a right wing back. They've got Jordan Gabriel on that side as well. Ashley Fletcher needs to find a home. He's had 25 starts in the last 4 years in 3 or 4 different divisions as well. He's only scored 4 in the last 70 games as well for him as well. So getting him up to speed. They've also signed Jordan Rhodes as well, which is a great signing after scoring 17 last year. In 8th place, I've gone for Barnsley. Now, similar to Blackpool, I think the squad was strong. I like the signing of Craig in midfield, who impressed me at Doncaster last year as well, and is impressing in pre-season. Conor Hourihane, 5 goals, 8 assists last year as well. 12 goals, 18 assists over the last 2 years in League One. The boys still got it, the prodigal son of Barnsley. They've signed Gent recently as well, a young promising fullback as well. A prospect for the future, said the sporting director at Barnsley as well. They've kept the likes of Phillips for now. My issue with Barnsley is Watters and Cosgrove started a combined number of 18 games last year and scored 6 goals between them. I don't think they've got much firepower up there. They've got young Aidan Marsh up there as well. They need a striker, I think, and quickly. 7th and missing out on the playoffs, I've gone for Charlton Athletic. The reason for this is I just think that the pressure on that football club year in, year out, it's a bit of a strain for them. Gaston Habmi is a good player. 11 in 29 last year. He's probably worth 400 or 500 grand. They've overpaid because of losing Alfie May, who scored 23 goals for them last year as well. Matt Godden's a good signing. 50 goals in 156 games for Coventry. He played over half the games for Coventry and started dead on halfway. 23 games out of the 46. In a good championship team last year that finished just outside the playoffs. In 6th place, I've gone for Lincoln City. The playoff heartbreak of last year of not getting in on the final day after a really good run for Scubala's side. The one reason I'm tipping Lincoln over Charlton, I think Charlton have got a better squad and better and overall players, but I think I know Lincoln more. I think they know each other more. They know the model more. They're a bit further on. Charlton have got better players, but the structure of the football club at Lincoln, everything's settled there. Everything's set up for them to do well as well. Derrickwa, experienced right wing back and playing in multiple different positions as well. Same as Hamer as well. They do need a striker, don't get me wrong. If they get a good striker, I think they can easily finish inside the playoffs as well. Scubala will make this team better and make it tick. Lincoln will finish in the playoffs this year. In 5th place, I've gone for Bolton Wanderers. Now, a lot's been made of Bolton. They've only lost one key player in Paris Magoma, who was a loanee. They always get a good loan. They've had Trafford, they've had Bradley, they've had Fossey, they've had Paris Magoma. Loan players are coming out a little bit late this time. The better ones, shall we say. Bolton are being patient. You don't want to rush. They've signed Lawless, it's a good signing. Southwood made 99 appearances for Cheltenham. Southwood and Baxter, your 2 goalkeepers, are as good as you get at this level as well. They've signed smartly. They've signed experience at this level. Farino Joseph is a good signing as well. It's still there in charge. They know their aims for next year. And that playoff final, I think, will be the best thing that happened to them this season because it'll hurt them. They're ready to go one bet and they don't want to feel like that, like they did, because that stung. In 4th place is Peterborough United. Playoff regulars. This game for both clubs isn't very good for Bolton and Peterborough in the playoffs, how it would pan out, because both of them are sick of playoff heartache. In the last 2 years, they've both been in the playoffs and kind of just avoided each other, haven't they, really? Realistically, Peterborough, they have lost players. They've lost Burrows, they've lost Ronnie Edwards, they've lost Jonathan Clark-Harris up front, which is a big loss, and they've lost Knight. So they've lost 3 of the back 4, and they've lost a mainstay of the team who they always knew was leaving. But they brought in Nevitt, who's 18, and looks a good young prospect as well. A 3 or 4 away, don't get me wrong, but this team is good enough to go again. Still got strong in midfield, the likes of Cipriano in there as well. In 3rd place, making up the playoffs, we're going for Rotherham United. They've signed Raggett and Rafferty, they're both 30, both won promotion last year. They've signed Cameron Dawson and Reece James from Sheffield Wednesday. Those 4 players have won promotion out of League One in the last 2 years. experience and know-how of getting out of this league as well. They've also signed Jonathan Clark-Harris, a goal scorer. They've got Steve Evans as manager. They've got a good squad. They've rebuilt well. I think they get the playoffs minimum. Second place, I've gone for Huddersfield Town. Lars Sorensen, I think, is the signing of the window. I really do believe that, because there's not many right wing backs as good as Lars in this league, if there are any, let's be honest. Anthony Evans, 6 goals, 6 assists from attacking midfield, will give Huddersfield a bit of fight in midfield. And Duff as manager, I think the playoff heartache of a few years ago, it wants to go one better. I think Huddersfield get automatically promoted. And then winning Sky Bet League One, I've gone for Birmingham City. The signings of Mark Leonard and Alfie May, top goal scorer Alfie May last year. 66 goals in 128 games over the last 3 seasons. That's 0.51 per game. That's what you need when you're at the right end as well. They've kept Jordan James as well, which is a good bit of business as well. Craig Davies' experience from his time at Spurs, Celtic, Reading, as well as other clubs as well. They're a good football club, big fish in a small pond, says the gaffer as well. They're going to be expected to win every week. How will that pressure get onto the players on the pitch? I think they'll be all right. They might start slow, but I think Birmingham will win League One next year. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? So thank you so much for watching today's video. It is a table prediction, and there are some normally new viewers to the channel. So if you could like this video, can we go? We're going to set a 400 like goal, which is massive for a sit down video. So if you could like, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. It's to homie League One content as well. Follow the socials down below as well. Until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks very much for watching.